then they're kind of more locked into place of where they can potentially not transform as much over time, even though every time it's rewritten, usually they're changed. So my thought is just, when do humans stop learning? Is it a conscious decision for some folks that they know everything they want to know and they don't want to know anymore? Maybe, but I think those are outliers. I don't think those people really exist in our modern world. They might. I just don't know too many of them. So what I try to do is I try to ask people, if they go and they say, I don't read. Okay, then what do you use to consume information? How do you learn new things? So I try to get them talking about that, because oftentimes there's a totally different method. I know for me, I'm a kinesthetic learner. I love to touch things and physically interact. Death by PowerPoint or spreadsheet, I really struggle with that. I can use computers and use them well, but I don't like sitting in front of the screen all day. And I don't enjoy that type of interaction. But but something similar is doing 3D modeling, like SolidWorks or AutoCAD. For those in the engineering realm or have dealt with that, you can model things in 3 dimensions. So say this object here, little camera stand, I can model that on a computer, each and every little piece, and then I can combine them all together in assembly, rotate it in whatever direction I need to do, modify different pieces to make sure they all fit and everything goes together. It's something I was taught in college and really enjoyed. And it's more of the hands-on in a mental way than just lines of text, for example. That's a different way to learn. Other people learn through physical motion. My brother is a professional swing dance instructor. And with that, he loves teaching people how to move their bodies with another body there. So having 2 people interacting and 2 people learning dance moves, 2 people having their entire body have to move in a certain manner, that's a different way to learn. And that's one that you can't, or maybe you can, but it's hard to learn by just reading. It's hard to learn by just watching a video. It's hard to learn by just listening to somebody. That's the type of learning you need to do. Now, how do we keep growing as humans? How do we keep growing as individuals? We keep consuming information in different realms. If you have some physical limitations and you're not able to dance in the traditional modern way, I've seen some really cool presentations where people are doing dancing in wheelchairs, and they have partners that can fully stand and move around sometimes, other times they don't, and just totally reshaping what dance is, what movement is, what learning is. So I'm trying to figure out, as I go through life, how I can incorporate every single one of these types of learning. So right now, while I'm working, I'm physically interacting with things. When it's something new, I'm often going to YouTube University and learning through that medium, which is amazing and such a gift right now. I am usually have an audiobook plugged in or a podcast plugged in to my ears, so I'm learning as I'm doing that. I'm trying to figure out better ways to dance, better ways to move my body, better ways to work out so I can continue to be physically active. My goal is to snowboard when I'm 80. I want to keep in shape. Thank you for the prompt today, working our muscles, Chris. And I want to keep in mental shape too. So I want to keep growing and learning with it. So my challenge for you today is to think, what methods do you use to learn? Is that method stagnating for you? Are you getting tired of the regular print books, flipping pages, which I still love, but maybe switch to audiobooks if you're getting a little bored with one style? If you are tired of just reading on a screen or looking at a screen or watching on a screen, do something physical. Change up your learning style a little bit and see what you can do to incorporate something else that will help you grow. I think, I'm trying to remember who told it to me first. I think it was one of my first or second grade teachers. She said, if you stop growing, then why are you still here? And as a little kid, that really sunk into my brain, that being a lifelong learner is so important. In Toastmasters, one of my mentors is Karen Sempervivo. So she lives up in Portland. She's been the treasurer for the district many times. She's in her 90s now, and she still walks marathons, walking marathons in her 90s. It's phenomenal. And she's a very interesting character, but she's still fairly technology savvy and can really make things happen. She learns in all these different ways. So that's an example of who I would love to be at that age. And so trying to figure out ways to continually learn, that's my challenge to you. And I hope you have some wonderful adventures in the process, Mr. Toastmaster.